Good morning everyone and welcome to a natural guide to playing as SCP-106 in SCP Secret Lab. Not to be confused with How to Master 106, which is a short meme. In this video we're going to take an in-depth look of all the strengths and weaknesses of SCP-106 and learning what is the best way to play as SCP-106, or at least how to use his strengths and weaknesses to its maximum abilities. However, a lot of the things we talk about will be similar to a natural guide to 173, as a major strength for 173 was his health and how it compares to 106, and how 106 and 173 are very similar in terms of health. Thank you guys so much in advance for watching, and I hope you enjoy. Alright, so starting off with his strengths, he has three major abilities which makes him much stronger than other SCPs in the game. His first one is his power to walk through walls, gates, doors, anything. His second strength is his ability to use portals. And a final major strength of his is his damage resistance against bullets. Beginning with the ability to walk through walls, 106 can walk through pretty much every door in the game, including all of the gates as well. 914, Gate B, Gate A, which means that SCP-106 cannot get trapped in any room at all. So trying to juke out 106 in an armory of some sort is not physically possible, as he could just walk through the door. Also, fun fact, SCP-106 can walk through glass. I guess it's not the most useful thing in the world, but it is pretty interesting that he can walk through glass. But back to what I was saying, 106 can walk through every single door in the game, which makes it much harder to slow down when you're closing doors. Usually when you close doors on an SCP, it slows them down and makes it take a while for them to catch up to you. Even 939, technically the fastest SCP in the game, can't catch up to you if you keep closing doors on his face. However, with 106, that's not really a problem, as you just walk through every door that's closed on you. But overall, this is an extremely powerful ability, if not one of the most powerful abilities in the entire game. The only thing that I would say is stronger than this is SCP-079's ability to open these doors. This ability can be used in so many different ways, from scaring everyone out of 914, from ambushing people who are hiding inside rooms, and even going up to surface to kill those people who are camping inside Nuke Room. Of course, there's lots of other things I can mention and talk about, but you could just use your imagination. An SCP with the ability to walk through doors is just very, very powerful. Another strength of SCP-106 is his ability to create portals. Now, this is another very powerful ability. SCP-106 can create portals that allow him to teleport to anywhere in the entire map. For example, if you're in 914 and you want to go up to Entrance Zone, all you have to do is click on your portal button and you'll hit Entrance Zone in about 5 seconds, which would usually take about 30 seconds to a minute on average if you don't have a portal. However, there is a gimmick to it. You can only create one portal and you have to be at the place where you create the portal. For example, if you want to create a portal in Entrance Zone, you have to be in Entrance Zone and hit the create portal button in order to make a portal there. That way, when you're in a completely different room and you want to teleport to Entrance Zone, you technically need to have already been there in order to teleport there. So you have to be very careful over where you place it to be as strategic as possible. For example, if you're chasing MTF or any human out of a specific room or area, you want to try to place a portal that's in a place where you know they are going to go. That way, as you chase them and you go through your portal, it's a good way to trick them and surprise attack them from the front. Another great example is using portals inside the elevator. If you place a portal inside the elevator of Gate A, Gate B, or any other elevator in general, you can teleport inside of the elevator room before the room was even called up. Meaning when people go up and down an elevator, you will instantly be inside the room with them and be able to just kill everyone inside of that room, which is an excellent way to catch people off guard when they're inside of an elevator. Another popular place where people put their portals, yes, I said that like 4 times now, is in SCP-106's containment chamber, mainly because 106s are afraid of having the button pushed on them and killing them instantly, so they like to place a portal there in case people escape. Like I said before, where you want to place your portals is completely up to you. There is no exact perfect area to place one, but if I had to choose what is a great place to put a portal, geez, I'm saying the letter P a lot, holy, it would probably be at the Entrance Zone gate. That way if the nuke ever goes off, you'll have more than enough time to escape, and you also have easy access to heavy containment. A third and final strength to SCP-106 is his damage resistance from bullets. Like I mentioned in a guide to 173, he has a 90% damage resistance against bullets or something like that. I don't know the exact percent. The numbers vary all the time and it's annoying, but he has a very huge damage resistance against bullets. To show you the difference in damage, I played as SCP-049 who has 1700 HP and told these two MTF to shoot me 3 times to show you the difference in health whenever I get shot. As you can see, whenever I get shot, I lose a little more than 10 HP and sometimes on the verge of 20. And when I tell them both to just completely shoot out all their ammo, I die instantaneously in a single volley of bullets. Now we also did this test with 173 who has 3200 HP. The results were very similar. When you get shot by a gun, you lose a little more than 10 HP and sometimes close to 20. And when they were told to shoot out all their ammo, it took 2 volleys of bullets to fully kill Peanut. And again, this is if all the bullets hit. You're not guaranteed to always hit every single bullet you shoot, but if you do, this is how long it would probably take. And now the 106. When 106 is getting shot by these MTF, with the MTF gun, he takes about 2 to 3 damage depending on, I guess, the wind or something. Like I said before, it's very random, the damage resistance in the game. And sometimes you'll take 2 damage, sometimes you'll take 3 damage. I don't know why. And when the MTF use a pistol, you have a chance of taking 1 damage or 3 damage. Again, don't know why, but it's a huge difference from 20. And when I told the 2 MTF to just completely shoot all their bullets, they had to reload 3 times. And after all that, they still didn't have enough bullets to kill 106, who wasn't even moving. And it wasn't like I was at a very small amount of health. I still had a pretty good amount of health after being point blank shot for about a minute straight. It shows the major difference between how long 106 can last compared to 173, even though 173 has a lot more health, and also how insane it is to have that amount of damage resistance from bullets. But of course, such a powerful ability as an SCP does not come without a weakness, which brings us to the weaknesses of SCP-106. This includes his weakness against grenades, micros, Tesla gates, and balls. Listen, I'm sorry, I can't think of another word other than weakness here, alright? I'm sorry. Another weakness is his kill cooldown, and that he can't confirm kills. You'll see later what that means. And that he can die to a button, also known as the femur breaker. And before we start talking about this, a word from our sponsor from Unlimited SCP. Here's a clip of me juking out a 096 which can be found on Unlimited SCP servers. Why am I showing you this clip and saying you should join Unlimited SCP? I do not know, but I think it's pretty cool, and Unlimited SCP is pretty cool as well. Their Discord link is in the description and in the comments. Join their Discord if you want. They're nice people. And yeah, that's really it. Seriously though, I don't know how I was able to dodge that 96 so much. I don't know what I did. I think I broke him. I think I broke him. Anyways, back to the video. So starting off with his weakness against grenades, micro, Tesla gates, and balls, I really need to think of a better way to say that. SCP-106 has damage resistance against bullets, but does not have any form of resistance against, oh god, I'm gonna say it again, grenades, micros, Teslas, and balls. Wait a second, I take it back. Fun fact, 106 does have damage resistance against balls, also known as SCP-018, but we'll get to that really shortly. Every SCP takes about 1000 damage from grenades. When Plague Doctor steps over a grenade, he takes almost exactly 1000 damage. The same thing can be said about 173. If you take a direct grenade to the foot, you will take exactly 1000 damage as the Peanut. 106 is the same thing. When you stand directly on a grenade as 106, you take 1000 damage. You have 0 form of resistance against grenades compared to bullets, which means that your 650 HP is only 650 HP to grenades. They do not care, which is why you have to be especially careful against grenades as they just completely shred your HP. SCP-106 also does not have a weakness to the micro. You can compare to this footage here, starting with SCP-173, and as seen here, takes a pretty long time to die to the micro. When 173 is killed by the micro, there still is a little bit of power left in it. 106, however, is a completely different story. Like we saw before, 106 can't die to 2 MTF shooting all their bullets at him. However, when it comes to the micro, instantly dies in about 2 seconds, with lots of power left for the micro to go from. The reason for this is the exact same as the grenades. He has 650 HP when it comes to everything but bullets. This is why the micro is especially powerful against 106, as it just can kill him super quickly. The same thing works with Tesla gates as well. Getting caught inside of a Tesla gate isn't the end of the world, but you do take a good amount of damage. You can take about 3 to 4 Tesla gate strikes before Peanut actually dies from it. However, However, with 106, all you have to do is take a single Tesla gate shot and you're dead. One slip up and it's over for you as 106, which is why you need to be especially careful around Tesla gates and anything that isn't bullets in general. Now, SCP-018 is very interesting. So we threw a ball inside of a room that can't be broken, and as 173, he died pretty quickly. Of course, it all depends on where you throw the ball, how small or big the room is and all that, but this is about the fastest way a ball can kill an SCP. So as you saw here, 173 dies pretty quickly, and now we move on to 106. When the ball is used against 106, he does not die nearly as fast as other SCPs. I don't know why, because the ball technically isn't a bullets, but maybe because the ball counts as a projectile, much as the bullets count as a projectile as well. I honestly don't know, but 106 has a damage resistance against SCP-018. I never knew that until I was making this video. Another weakness of SCP-106 is his kill cooldown, and he can't confirm kills. Now these two are pretty self-explanatory. When he touches someone and brings them to his portal dimension, it takes about 2 seconds before he can kill another person. This timer can be seen as a small circle that goes around your crosshair. Once this circle runs out, you can attack the next person. Now that's not the end of the world. Almost every SCP has some kind of kill cooldown. However, the next part of this is what makes this important. While every other SCP in the game, when they kill someone, they kill them for sure and send them to spectator, when 106 captures a human, they get sent to a portal dimension where they have a chance to escape through one of these portals and make it back out. As you can see in this clip, once he captures you and sends you to this portal dimension, only one direction is correct, while all the other ones will instantaneously kill you like that D class before me. However, you can just get completely lucky and escape on the first try, like I did in this test run. And what makes it even worse is that whenever someone dies to your portal dimension, their body usually stays there, which means that the more people you kill, the more likely that someone's going to escape through your portal dimension because they know where not to go. So if there's only 2 targets remaining and you kill both of them, there's a very high chance that one of them is going to escape and just make it harder for the SCPs to find him. This is a huge weakness, as it's much better to just straight up kill someone rather than giving them a chance at survival. If possible, you should probably let other SCPs kill the humans, that way they can't escape. But again, it's completely up to you, and depending on the server you play on, this could be a huge pain or just a slight inconvenience. And the final weakness of SCP-106 is the femur breaker, also known as the button, also known as the annoying announcement. The femur breaker can be found in 106's containment chamber. Only with one of these 3 cards can you open up 106's chamber and go inside. When you're in this room, you will see a giant open door and a huge red button. Now, the only way to contain 106 is to put someone inside of that chamber, which counts as a sacrifice. When someone sacrifices themselves inside of the room, you can press the big red button and contain SCP-106. It does take a while, however, but you will know when he's contained after this annoyingly loud scream ends. And here's what it looks like when he gets contained. So yeah, like I said, when you press the button, it does take a while for him to be contained, but he will be contained in about 15-ish seconds. And if you're wondering what it looks like when you are the sacrifice for 106, it just looks like this. When you're 106, you do not know if someone is going to contain you. You have no way of knowing if someone will be inside of your room as it happens. And that is all the weaknesses for SCP-106. And now a quick little recap on everything we covered. The strengths of SCP-106 is his ability to walk through any door in the entire game, including gates, nuke room, anything you can possibly think of. He can also create portals to teleport anywhere in the entire map as long as he's been there before and already placed a portal there. And another very powerful strength for 106 is his damage resistance against bullets. We don't know the exact percent, 90%, 95%, but he takes a lot less damage from bullets. The weaknesses of 106 is he takes full damage against grenades, micros, and Tesla gates, making him extremely easy to kill with any of these weapons or items. Another weakness of 106 is his kill cooldown, in that he can't confirm anyone that he kills. There is a high chance that he kills people when he captures them, but there is no guarantee as they can escape through his portal. And finally, 106 can die to the femur breaker. breaker, which is a single push of a button. I'll say that again. A single push of a button can kill 106. You literally don't even have to ever fight him. You can just press the button and call it a day. The best playstyle that I would say this SCP has is something along the lines of a tank, camper remover, or a chaser. Obviously he's the tank of the team as he just doesn't die the bullets ever. I call him a camper remover because a lot of people tend to hide in a single room, and when most SCPs can't do anything about it, 106 can just walk through the door and just capture them right away. And I also call him a chaser because you can't stop 106. There's no door or elevator that can stop 106 from chasing you, other than maybe a grenade or a micro, but what are the odds that you have a grenade and a micro on you? Once again, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I think this is going to be one of the last of the actual guide series, as I believe there's only one SCP left for me to make a guide on, which is my favorite SCP of all, SCP-079. Again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye!